So today I'm going to replace the low beam in my 2017 Ram Promaster. I'll show you what tools you need and how easy it is to do yourself. Alright, this is the only tools that you'll need to do the job. Some kind of plastic pry tool. These are easy to pick up at the auto store. Honestly, a plastic spatula would probably do the same job. A Phillips screwdriver. A 10mm socket. I've got an extender on here to make it easier, but you can do the job without the extender. The actual lamp light. And some kind of a glove to where you don't touch the light bulb directly, because you don't want to get oil on the light bulb. It can cause it to go out early. And that's all the tools you'll need to do the job. Okay, so we're going to replace the low beam, which is on the outside, and then you have the high beam on the inside. So we'll get started and we'll do this driver's side low beam. All right, the first thing we're going to take off is this piece of trim right above the light. And this trim actually sticks up in here, and it has two Phillips screws on the inside here. And if they're loose, you can twist them with your fingers, and otherwise you'll need to put a Phillips in there to loosen them up, and then you can unscrew them with your hand. But I'll show you what this looks like. If you can see the Phillips there. Okay. When taking this piece of trim off, I'm just going to gently pull up on it. There's two tabs that are holding it right in the middle, and I don't want to bend this piece, so I'm just going to easily pull up on it slightly, and then I'm going to pull down and lift up just a bit, and you can see that tab that fits right in there. So it goes right in there, and then you line these tabs. I don't know if you can see underneath here, these fit right in these holes, and they're just push-ins. So when you put this back on, you're just going to line those up and push them right back in. So easy on and off. Once again, I'll pull up on it and then lift up and slide it out, and that piece is out. Now, taking the lower piece off, there's just one Phillips over here. This piece here will bend pretty easy, so I'm gonna pull it out just a little bit, and you can feel that there is definitely something holding it right at the middle. So I'll get out my plastic pry tool here, and I found if I start at the top and just kind of pull this out and then pull on it, and then these two are out. And if you can see right there, there's the metal clips in here on this one, and for some reason the metal clip stayed in there, which is fine. And so there's one more holding right there. There's one more plastic holder right in there, and we'll see if we can get that out. And there we have it. So you can see that lined up with this, and then this one here lines up with this. So when you put it back in, you're going to start over here and punch these clips in. All right, like that. And then you're going to punch these plastic ones back in. Make sure this is all the way over where that screw is. And then just give it a shove right in the middle, and it goes back on. So once again, I'll pull this off. I'll start here with my plastic pry tool, and then just give a little tug on it, and then pull that out. Okay, the next step, there's three 10mm bolts that you have to pull out before you can pull this light out. And the first one here on top, and then if you go directly down, there's one all the way on the bottom underneath that bottom piece of trim that we pulled off, and then there's one back here next to the two tabs. So just those three bolts, and I'll pull those out. Okay, so here we got the 3 10mm bolts out. It's time to pull the light out. There is a power source that's connected to the back, so we're just gonna pull it out enough to get that power source out. And also, most people don't show the driver's side because it's a little harder, because what's holding up the hood here is kind of in your way. So you might need somebody, a hand is for somebody to hold it up while you pull the light out. Okay, so I'm just gonna get both hands on it, and part of it's up in here, so that's where we need to pull it out from. Give it a little tug and it comes right out of there. Okay, and as we lift it out, you can see this push-in plug right here, and it's got a little tab on the top. So I'm just gonna push in the tab with my finger and then just kind of shake it and pull it at the same time. So if you have a hard time getting this out, you can actually put a screwdriver right on this plastic piece. For whatever reason, I had trouble pushing it with my fingernail. But so once I got it out, then you can wiggle it right off. Definitely a lot easier to plug back in. You just line it up and you'll hear it snap in. So there. Okay, once that's unplugged, you can pull it out. And these little dust covers right here, this one's going to be for the low beam and that one's for the high beam. So you just give them a turn and then you have access to your light. Okay, so there's a tab right here and you can see I'm pointing right at it, and you have to push that in like this and it moves really easy, and then you can pull the light out. And then after you put the light back in, then to lock it back in place, then you just push it back out to the side and that locks it in place. So to get it out, you're gonna push it in, and then I can pull the light out. And it's still attached to the wire, so you're gonna have to put the ball back in right here. And then when you slide it back in the groove, you have to hit that and push that right back out again. And then it's locked in and it won't come out. All right, so let's pull this bulb out and put the new one in. There's the old bulb. And I'm gonna grab the new one. Press it right in there, and that's all there is to it. Just put it back in its spot without touching it.
Houston, we have success.
I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please hit the thumbs up, and I'll plan on doing a lot more maintenance videos and putting them on YouTube. Also, feel free to subscribe to our channel. I appreciate you watching. Thank you.